Welcome to our microlearning tips presented by Corey Atkinson, our VP of Strategic Learning and Development. These microlearning tips will give you the insights and inspiration you'll need to ensure productivity for you, your team, and your organization.
Well, we're going to talk about presentation essentials. What are the essentials of presenting in today's world? There's so much stuff going on. We've got so much distractions. What are the essentials that make somebody an effective presenter, and also in the context of a virtual world? We'll talk about that. Then we'll talk about finding your voice. That's sort of the key part. Of those in the middle, how do you find your presentation voice? How do you ensure that you're being heard, that what you're saying is being taken in and digested, right? We'll talk about that. And then lastly, team, power of story. I'm going to give you away one of my secret tips that I share with many people that I've come across and coached and trained and supported in terms of their presentation skills or just in their leadership skills or team skills. It's the power of story. So I'll give you a couple of stories to see if you've got them in your back pocket. And if you don't, I'm going to ask you to work on them. All right? It always comes down to four things. You can jot them down in your notes here. But one, team, you have to make sure that when you are delivering a presentation, you have to connect. Connection is key in this day and age, and more so in a virtual space. So you're on the right path, but are you connecting? But team, are you connecting throughout the presentation? Not just at the beginning, not just at the end. Are you connecting at different levels in terms of the way people think? That's number one. Number two, once you've got your connection, team, you have to make sure that you captivate. That's the engaging. People are busy. There's lots on our go. We've got our technology all over the place. My phone here and my tablet someplace else and my other phone. We're always on the go. So how do you captivate people? Team, we'll talk a little bit about that, but that's a big part. How do you get people to stop what they're doing and pay attention? And know that you might not be able to keep them for the whole time, but how do you get their attention, make the key point, let them go away, and then bring them back again, right? People are busy. And then, of course, once you captivate, you got to have congruency. Now, when I talk about congruency, Rebecca in the chat said energy, but your energy has to match your message, and your message has to match your energy, right? If I'm here talking about, let's say we were a team and we've had a bit of a tough time because of COVID, and I'm letting you know that we're going to be having to let some people go. You know, I'm not going to be congruent if I'm like, all right, everyone, it's been a bit of a tough year, but you know what? We're going to have to make some tough cuts. So, Rebecca, Paul, we're going to have to talk. Please stay after the conversation. We're going to have to talk about you moving on, right? Like that, you're going to lose the person, right? And so that's the thing. And so when you're saying words and they don't match the other parts of how people take information in, we're not congruent, we're misaligned. And then lastly, team, credibility. Now, when we talk about credibility, obviously, have you walk the talk? But you don't have to be credible in terms of knowing everything about your topic, but you have to know how to communicate with people. Are you credible in what? Are you just talking there to be a talking head, or are you talking in a way that makes people want to listen to you? Are you credible in your ability to communicate?
We hope you enjoyed our microlearning tips and took away ideas that you can apply personally and professionally.